message. Industrial lamp.
So now we have to figure out how to build an industrial lamp.
Yeah. We're at the hardware store to get some supplies for an industrial lamp. It's going to be a cool build, a really cool project, and it's going to make Buff Mom happy as well.
So what happens when you DIY it yourself?
I'm just going to walk away right now and go to another. We already have the long pipes, so we're going to get a union and 3/4 inch, which is
I got some pipes right here.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, big pipes. Those are 3/4
Too
inch.
big.
3/4
Yeah.
inch. Yeah.
19 inches. Is that too big?
That's expensive to buy. I know that.
You don't buy them, you earn them. That's how it works.
So you're gonna walk up to it and you're just gonna push it. Bingo, lights on, and push it to turn it off. We're just gonna wire it into the wiring. I think this is the way to go. It looks.
Is it possible to do clap on, clap off?
Clap on, clap off. The clapper.
Or
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah. The bulb has to go into a round bulb. What you call it?
Hey, you're DIY.
Man,
you
I'm
need to
really
know.
up
Yeah,
on my
exactly.
DIY terminology. But one of these is going to work good. The round short. I think that one looks kind of cool.
It's like a scavenger hunt. We're just roaming the aisles and seeing what we can do. We have the list ready to go, but sometimes you just kind of get in here and you start coming up with stuff.
You know what I call it? I call it the DIY safari. It's like a safari.
The hardware safari.
Got the items laid out, and it's kind of cool because it's basically like a jigsaw puzzle. There's the pieces. Now we're going to put the pieces all together according to our plans. That's a basic drawing on our board over there. So the wiring we got at the hardware store, the 12-3 electrical wiring, has this white lettering on it, and we don't want that on there because that doesn't look like industrial so much as if it's gone. So I got a little lacquer thinner here, and I'm going to see what it does. It's gone. So we're going to just wipe all this off, and this is going to look like an old industrial black wire.
Found out there was a problem because the hole wasn't big enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's DIY stuff, right? On the fly. DIY on the fly. So anyway, so we 45 the hole. So this wire is just going to slip very easily down this pipe. And to prove that,
Right on cue.
look at it.
Huh.
So,
How'd you 45 it?
well, first we put a hole in there, like you saw in the drill press, right? Nice. Then we took a hand drill, stuffed in there, and just tilted it until it chewed out that steel.
We like to go by a saying, work harder, not smarter.
Yeah, sometimes. But it's all kind of spec, it's all kind of prototype stuff, but once you get it down, you're going to have a piece that is uniquely yours. So, we're at the process now where we've got all our pipe trimmed and threaded. It's all the right height. We went 72 inches from the floor to the top of the pipe. It's going to come over, and then it's going to drop down 14 inches. So it's going to put us around in the 60-inch range, or that. So it's going to be like you're sitting in a chair. You turn your light on. You have a beautiful reading lamp. But it's from a distance. It's a floor lamp. Also a reading lamp. It's going to look sweet. What we're doing now is we're going to drill a hole here. The wire is going to go through the pipe as we showed. We've done the top pipe. It's going to continue down through here, through the bottom, and through the wood into a junction. there'll be a switch, a floor switch, which will be sweet, I think anyway. And then it'll go off into the plug-in, the wall socket. Yes. Yeah, like that one right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and drill a hole there. And we have our handy dandy little red box of, look it. And so we'll use one of these, put it in the center. We are gonna bolt this to this base with some 5/16 bolt.
Base is a little loose, so we're going to be reinforcing it to make sure when you're moving this bad boy around, it's not going to fall apart. So let's hope not.
Oh, it won't.
Hell or high water, this thing is staying together.
That's right.
Even if we have to weld it.
It's cool with the black screws because it looks industrial anyway. Pretty sturdy. That's a straight shot, so that's going to be really easy to do. There it is.
It made it through, I missed it.
Yeehaw.
Well,
There was no doubt in my mind it wouldn't look cool. Definitely no doubt. I mean, I really don't build anything that's not cool. That's a narcissistic attitude, I know, but you gotta be self-confident sometimes or you just won't get it done.
we're discussing the build right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like we need to screw it a little bit more. Just 'cause
Well,
it didn't take the first time.
these little staples that we use to put it together, they work fine just to keep the structure together while you're mocking it up, and then you really put the screws to it. Metaphorically speaking, not really, but we really will put the screws to it right now, and that baby will not come apart. We kind of want to make it look natural because this is unplaned wood, so we'll probably put maybe a slight stain on it just so that wood doesn't splinter off over time and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. It just fits, and then it won't slide off. That's what the cap's for. Like a true pulley system, which would be totally non-useful. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to utilize the wire that's in this lamp, but we're going to cut it. Then we're going to put wire nut it together in here, so it will make that transition into this wire. It's beautiful.
Oh, there it is.
Let's try our button.
Well, what happened?
I think the wiring was a little off.
Yeah, the breaker just went out. Now we got to find our way to the.
It's totally dark.
There we go.
Back in business.
Are you still alive under there?
Anyway, so we're gonna put this piece of metal, and so that switch will go through there. We're gonna dress it up a little bit, but that'll be just like a foot switch. So whenever you get an electrical appliance at like Home Depot or Hardware's, whatever, and you're wiring it into your household current, so you're going to have to make a junction somehow. And this is always how it's done with wire nuts. You know, these wire nuts and the wire will always come with any appliance like bathroom lighting, ceiling fans, or whatever it is. So this junction is very common. A lot of people will take electrical tape and wire that up, or tape that up, so there's no chance the wire nuts coming apart. But make sure those wire nuts are really cranked down, and it basically screws the wires together and holds them together like that. So second to last thing is put a bottom on this, cover the wiring up so it's safe. We're going to just use a piece of scrap metal, and then we're going to put a little stain on this to kind of vintage it up a little bit. This was from an old furnace, so it's even insulated on the bottom, which it doesn't really matter, but we're just going to take a piece out of here and use for the bottom. All right, so we're gonna take that and we are gonna screw it. We'll put a couple holes in it, but that's the way it's gonna look. So we're gonna put these little felt pads on the bottom so this will not scuff the floor. The final touches.
And it kind of puts just the cherry on top, doesn't it? So you do the whole construction. Finally, the last bit is the easiest part. You oil it, you make it look good, and you finish it off.
Oh, the stain.
Okay, it's been on 3 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and wipe off that excess. Oh yeah, now it's looking industrial. Okay, we're gonna do just a little touch up with some flat black. Kind of take some of the shininess out of those threads. Next, we're gonna take it into the house, see how it looks with the decor, plug it in, and have somebody turn it on for us. It works. It's really good reading light. It's not too bright, and I love the amber kind of look, but it still illuminates. For instance, the 12-week plan, 3rd edition from the Buff Dudes, which I'm just studying up on now. So, thank you for watching the DIY on the industrial lamp. What's next? We need to go back to the tube thing and get our message.
The vortex suction mail system.
Exactly. See you next time.